Your body thinks you're being chased by a bear every single day. I'm 102 years old, and if you ask me what the secret to a long life is, I wouldn't tell you about vegetables. I wouldn't tell you about walking or sleep or any of that. I'd tell you about a woman named Margaret. Margaret was my business partner for 11 years. We built a furniture company together from nothing. I'm talking about building it with our bare hands, literally sanding wood in a garage in 1958, selling tables door to door. By 1969, we had a real business, employees, a warehouse, orders coming in faster than we could fill them. And then Margaret took it all. She forged my name on documents, she transferred ownership, she had a lawyer I didn't know about, and by the time I found out, it was done. I walked into our warehouse one Tuesday morning and the locks had been changed. My name wasn't on anything anymore. 11 years of my life, gone, just like that. I was 43 years old. I had a wife, 2 kids, and no income. And I had a rage inside me that I cannot describe to you. It was like swallowing fire every single morning. Now here's why I'm telling you this. I carried that hatred for Margaret for 26 years. You hear me? 26 years. From the time I was 43 until I was 69. And during those 26 years, I want to tell you what happened to my body. I developed high blood pressure at 48. I had my first heart scare at 55. I couldn't sleep. I mean really couldn't sleep for years. I'd lie in bed replaying what she did, rehearsing arguments I'd never have, imagining confrontations. My jaw was clenched so tight at night I cracked 2 molars. My doctor told me my cortisol levels were through the roof. He said, "Your body thinks you're being chased by a bear every single day." And he was right, because when you hold on to resentment, your body doesn't know it's a memory. Your body thinks the threat is happening right now. Your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes up, your immune system gets weaker. There's research, real published research, that shows people who cannot forgive others have a measurably higher risk of dying earlier. Not a little higher, significantly higher. Especially if you're the type of person who says, "I'll forgive them when they apologize," because most of the time, they're never going to apologize. And you're just poisoning yourself while you wait. That was me. I was waiting for Margaret to come crawling back, to admit what she'd done. And every year she didn't, I got sicker. Not just in my body, in my soul. My wife, Dorothy, God rest her, she tried to tell me for years. She'd say, "You're not punishing Margaret, you're punishing us." And I didn't want to hear it, because the anger felt righteous. It felt justified, and it was justified. What Margaret did was wrong. Let me be very clear about that. Forgiving someone does not mean what they did was okay. That's the part people get confused about. Forgiveness is not saying it didn't matter. It's saying, I'm not going to let it kill me. And I mean that literally. Kill me, because it was killing me. The moment everything changed was in 1991. I was 69 years old. Dorothy had been diagnosed with cancer that spring. And one night she looked at me from the hospital bed and said, "Promise me you'll let it go. Not for Margaret, for yourself, for the kids. You've wasted enough of this life being angry." She died 11 days later. And I sat in my kitchen the night after her funeral, alone. And I realized something that broke me open. I had spent 26 years being furious at Margaret for stealing my business. But in doing that, I had stolen something from myself that was worth far more. I had stolen my own peace. I had stolen years of being fully present with Dorothy. I had stolen the ability to enjoy what I actually had. Margaret took my company, but I gave away my life, willingly. Every single day for 26 years, I chose the anger. Nobody forced me. That night, I made a decision. I sat at the table and I said it out loud to nobody. I said, "I forgive you, Margaret, and I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't feel anything at first. It wasn't some magical Hollywood moment with light coming through the window. It felt hollow. It felt like saying words into an empty room. But I said it again the next morning, and the next. And slowly, over weeks, over months, something shifted. The weight started to lift, not all at once. Forgiveness isn't a moment. It's a practice. It's something you do over and over until your body starts to believe it. Within a year, my blood pressure had dropped. My doctor noticed. I was sleeping through the night for the first time in decades. I started laughing more. I started a small woodworking shop in my garage, just for myself, no partners. And I built the most beautiful table I'd ever built. I gave it to my daughter. I'm 102 now. Margaret died in 2003. We never spoke again. She never apologized. And that's okay, because the forgiveness was never for her. It was surgery I performed on myself. I was cutting out something that was rotting inside me. Here's what I want you to hear, especially if you're young. You might be 25, 35, 50, and you might be carrying something right now. Someone who hurt you, who betrayed you, who lied to you, who left you. And every time you think about them, your chest gets tight and your jaw clenches and you feel that heat rising in your stomach. I know that feeling. I lived in that feeling for almost 3 decades. And I'm telling you, as someone who has been on this earth for over a century, that feeling is not protecting you. It's eating you alive. Every single day you hold on to it, your body pays a price. Your relationships pay a price. Your joy pays a price. People ask me how I made it to 102. They expect me to say olive oil or red wine or walking 5 miles a day. And sure, I've done some of those things. But the single most important thing I ever did for my health happened in a kitchen in 1991. When I decided to stop letting a woman who wasn't even in my life anymore control how I felt every day. I put the poison down. That's all forgiveness is. You've been drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Put it down. Put it down today. Don't wait 26 years like I did. You don't have 26 years to waste. None of us do. And if you're sitting there thinking, but you don't understand what they did to me, you're right, I don't. But I do understand what you're doing to yourself. And I'm asking you, as someone who almost didn't make it to this age because of what anger does to a body, let it go. Not for them, for you.